What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder. I'm Warren Thompson, and it looks like we know how many episodes Jonathan Majors is going to appear in for Loki Season 2. However, it's not exactly what people think. There isn't going to be just one variant of Kang the Conqueror in Loki Season 2, but there could be multiple. We know there's going to be at least 2, but there could be 3 depending on what happens with Jonathan Majors in his trial. Most people know by now that Jonathan Majors a few months ago was arrested. He was arrested in New York City on domestic violence charges, and the trial was supposed to begin this past Wednesday. However, it has been pushed to September 15th, next Friday. This should be the official start of the trial, in which Jonathan Majors and his legal team state that he is innocent in this situation and he is in fact the victim. And they have provided a lot of evidence so far to prove this, but of course, nothing is ever official until a jury or judge decides. The biggest thing is that Marvel Studios and Disney have kept completely quiet about the situation, whereas other agencies and studios have dropped Jonathan Majors. He has been losing work and he lost his management company and his PR company, but Disney has remained silent. However, that could be because they already have a plan in place to replace Jonathan Majors if he is indeed found guilty in court. So today we'll talk about what we'll call Marvel's backup plan is, as it's been revealed how many episodes that Jonathan Majors, Victor Timely, or Kang variant will be in Loki Season 2. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest news. And if you subscribe and leave a comment, you're automatically entered in our giveaway for a chance to win an Xbox Series X, a PS5, some Marvel Legends items, or some DC items. The winner picks one item, and we pick a winner at the end of each month. So we've got a new report today from The Hollywood Reporter stating that Jonathan Majors will appear in about half of the Loki Season 2 shows. Well, we know that there is going to be 6 episodes in total, so about half is 3. Now, we've heard from some insiders before that he might be appearing in 4, which could be the case, but for now, since The Hollywood Reporter has come out and stated he'll appear in half, we'll assume he's going to be in 3. But like I mentioned, this isn't exactly going to be what everybody thinks. It's not just going to be Victor Timely who shows up. Victor Timely is a variant of Kang, the one that we have seen in all of the promos and trailers for Loki Season 2. And make no mistake, he is indeed a variant of Kang the Conqueror. He is still Nathaniel Richards, which is Kang's original name. And it sounds like he is indeed going to be the true villain of this show. However, another variant of Kang is reportedly going to enter the show as well, and that is He Who Remains. Now, if you recall, He Who Remains was in Loki Season 1. He's who Sylvie and Loki met at the end. He is the one who created the TVA and controls the sacred timeline and basically keeps the multiverse in check. And he told Sylvie and Loki if they killed him, his variants would be unleashed. And that is exactly what happened. Well, apparently, according to several different insiders actually, he is going to be returning in Loki Season 2. And we're actually unsure if he's going to be returning as a villain or a good variant of Kang the Conqueror. So when The Hollywood Reporter reports that Jonathan Majors is going to appear in about half of the episodes, that doesn't just mean he'll appear as only Victor Timely, but he could possibly appear as another variant of Kang. In fact, it sounds like he will. Now remember, He Who Remains, he ended the multiversal war before. He defeated all of the other Kangs, then created the sacred timeline, then created the TVA to keep branch timelines from creating other Kang the Conquerors, and then maintained it. And essentially, he saved the universe, so he's not exactly bad. He did everything he could to keep the multiverse from being destroyed. Now, we're unsure if this is going to be the exact same character. In the comics, Kang can transfer his consciousness into another different variant sometimes. So could this be the exact same Kang that we saw at the end of Loki Season 1? Yes, it could be. Is it? We are unsure. He has been described as benevolent by some insiders, which means he is peaceful, good. And that is kind of how the old He Who Remains was. He did what was necessary to keep the peace of the sacred timeline. But here's the kicker. There could actually be another variant appearing, and this will depend on what happens with Jonathan Majors. You see, right now, a lot of people are pretty surprised that we're seeing so much promotion for Victor Timely showing Jonathan Majors himself in all of these Loki trailers and TV spots and promotions. It makes it seem like Marvel has decided that they are going to keep Jonathan Majors in this role as Kang the Conqueror, especially because before, for the promotions for Loki Season 2 and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, they avoided showing him and they avoided saying the name Kang the Conqueror in their description for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. They simply just said the villain or a threat. So they went from really kind of keeping a low profile with Jonathan Majors to now showing him a lot in the promos for Loki Season 2, which makes everybody believe Marvel Studios is keeping him. However, we have heard before that Marvel does have a backup plan. And of course, that backup plan is to replace him as Kang the Conqueror, and they could do that by bringing in a different variant of Kang the Conqueror. And apparently, according to some sources, they did end up doing reshoots for Loki Season 2. And according to insider Alex P over from the Cosmic Circus, we will see what Marvel Studios' decision is for Jonathan Majors at the end of Loki Season 2. So basically, what it appears that Marvel Studios has done is filmed other scenes with another actor playing a different variant of Kang the Conqueror. And that's the backup plan. They will only use this, they will only bring in this new actor, this new variant, if Jonathan Majors is found guilty. Disney is honestly taking the right approach when it comes to Jonathan Majors. Whether he ends up being innocent or guilty, he is innocent until proven guilty. So firing him before he is actually proven guilty and found guilty by a court is really not cool, because what if he's innocent? What if all of this stuff was just used against him for him to be the victim in this situation? Then he got fired for nothing. So if this is true from what we've heard, I do respect this decision to wait and see what happens in the trial. And if he is found guilty, they will simply introduce a new actor as a new variant of Kang the Conqueror and use that actor moving forward. That is Marvel Studios' backup plan. Wait and see what happens in the trial. And like I've mentioned before in a few videos, and this is just speculation on my part, but Jonathan Majors and his legal team has probably met with Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios and Disney and has showed them all of the evidence to support his claim, since him and his legal team have been stating from the beginning they are innocent and they have proof. So he's probably met with them and said, please just wait till the trial. We believe that this whole thing's going to blow over and I'm going to be found innocent. So please don't make a decision until after then. And of course, Marvel Studios seems to have respected that and said, okay, we'll wait, but they are preparing for the worst, which they should, because if he is found guilty, they're not going to keep him. They're going to need somebody new to play Kang the Conqueror, and it looks like they might have already found that person, filming new scenes for a new variant of Kang. However, there is kind of a slight issue arising. If what we've heard is true and they did film new scenes with a new variant of Kang with a new actor, that means they're on a timeline now, and the trial for Jonathan Majors keeps getting pushed back. The trial will have to end and a verdict and decision will have to be reached by the court before those episodes with the new actor air. And right now we're about a month away from the start of Loki Season 2. It starts on October 6th, so less than a month, and the trial doesn't start again until September 15th. And of course, there is the possibility that that could be pushed back again as well. Now, we do have more time than that. October 6th is only the first episode. The second and the third will be on the 13th and the 20th. And if they were going to wait until the very last episode to show a new actor and new variant coming in, then that would be November 10th, which is 2 months away from now. And that should be enough time for the trial to actually come to an end. And in that case, Marvel could air the alternate episode that they shot with a new Kang variant actor. So this is Marvel's backup plan if Jonathan Majors is found guilty. And again, I respect the way that they are going about this. I respect the fact that they didn't just fire him, move on with a new actor before a decision is made in court, because if he is innocent, then he shouldn't be punished. But of course, if he is found guilty, they will have to move on, and they have a backup plan for that. So let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. And if a new variant comes, who do you think he'll be? Do you think he'll just be a normal Kang, a He Who Remains, or somebody else? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news. You can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter as well. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.